mecca for Northern Soul music, but 39 years ago, the legendary Wigan Casino closed its doors once and for all. Recently rediscovered photographs of one of its famous all-nighters have brought memories back to life. Wigan's very own Stuart McConey has been on a mission to track down the people who were there that night.
The beat is light and bright, guitars are ringing. I'm really on tonight and everything's swinging.
This is the Grand Arcade, a modern shopping centre in Wigan. But once upon a time, this was Station Road in the centre of Wigan, where I would catch my bus to school in the mornings and where sometimes I'd spend my evenings too as a teenager, because this was the site of the world-famous Wigan Casino Northern Soul Club. Sadly, that ended in 1981. But thanks to one man's photographs, long after that night is all over, Wigan Casino lives on. For 8 years, Wigan Casino nightclub was the mecca for Northern Soul fans. They would come from all over the country to dance at the famous all-nighters. But in 1981, it was announced that the casino was closing. The legendary club was to be knocked down to make way for a new civic centre. It was the end of an era for Northern Soul, and everyone wanted to be there on what was billed as the last night. Francesco Melina was sent to photograph this historic all-nighter for the New Musical Express. Francesco, we are in the Casino Cafe in the Grand Arcade in Wigan, on the site of what once was, sadly no more, the Wigan Casino Club. You were here on the final night of Wigan Casino, yeah? Taking these amazing pictures. Could you feel a kind of air of expectancy in the air?
Yes, totally, absolutely. I could feel that the people were, they were very excited and they were very expectant. And particularly once you went inside, I mean, it was a very, very emotional night. And as the night went on, it got very emotional.
I bet.
Beware of his promise. Believe.
It was a night to remember, all right, although, as it turned out, not the last all-nighter at the casino. There were 2 more before the owners finally closed the doors. Fortunately, Francesco took hundreds of incredible photographs like this, just weeks before it did.
I was really impressed by his dancing, and you know, I photographed him there, and then I photographed him. I saw him that he was doing this amazing handstand, and remarkably, the hat never came off his head.
I know.
and I thought, wow, that's just amazing.
Yeah.
So he paints a pretty picture, and it tells you that he needs you, and he covers you with flowers.
This is a record of a really important night and a really important pop cultural phenomenon of not just Britain but the world. But these people, I guess it'd be great if we could find them, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be fantastic, yes.
You might like your ivory tower.
So where to begin and who to ask about the people in Francesco's photographs? Well, I know who this is for a start. It's Wigan Casino's legendary DJ, Russ Winstanley, and I know exactly where to find him. At the Monaco Club in Hindley, just a couple of miles down the road. When did you start the Northern Soul Nights there?
Well, it was September 23rd, 1973. Always stuck in my mind.
Right.
We had about 650 on the very first night, which was great. But as you know, if you're doing something right in the right place, it very quickly gets around that this is the place. So really, within about 3 or 4 months, we were full.
So, I wonder, will Russ recognise any of the people in Francesco's photos?
Ah, there you go. Vernon, absolutely brilliant dancer. I think he was from Bradford.
Yeah.
And always there. Won lots of the dance competitions. And he was a superb guy.
People looking on, awestruck. What was that like? What was that night like?
The very last night was the only night I never ever wanted to go.
Right.
And then at the end of I'm on my way, everybody just like clapped and they went, no, 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 no. What on earth do I do here? One of my biggest and favourite records, Frank Wilson, Do I Love You. I thought, well, this just really does sum everything up. And the tears were running down my face. I was utterly choked. I feel choked talking about it now, actually.
Someone else who can hopefully help me trace people from Francesco's photographs is former casino DJ Richard Serling, now host of his own Northern Soul music show on BBC Local Radio.
So this is our swirly skirts and baggy trousers special. Some fantastic Northern Soul from the 1970s all-nighters, like this from Gloria Jones.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain you drive.
And I think even if people don't think they know Northern Soul, they'll know There's a Ghost in My House. They'll know Tainted Love. They'll know those records that crossed over.
Exactly, of course they will. Yeah. And you still hear them today, of course.
Yeah.
You hear them on the radio, you hear them at weddings, and it's great music that's lasted the test of time.
Let's look though at these pictures,
Yes.
Richard, and see. Now that's obviously just an overview from the balcony.
That's right.
The elaborate lighting setup.
Well, instantly I recognised Bob Richards.
Okay.
And we still see Bob from time to time. Yeah, Bob obviously there on the last night, or that particular night.
Yeah.
And still an avid collector to this day, and a hell of a nice guy as well.
Okay. And Richard knows exactly where I'll find Bob and his mates. Here, Northern Soul has never gone away. 40 years on, the original crowd are still keeping the faith in Wigan. OK, so there's a bit less hair, and the moustaches have gone. But I think we may have found 3 of the people Francesco photographed that night. You're obviously still in love with the music.
Of course. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It kind of never goes away, does it, really, once it's in your bloodstream as a kid?
Yeah, I think it's a bit like picking your football team. Once you've got this, you just can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
you're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad thing.
No, it's not bad.
Love it.
I think one other thing I remember from the last one was it went on to 9 o'clock.
That's
It
right.
normally
It
8
did. They kept
o'clock.
playing the same 3
But they
records.
kept, yeah, they kept playing the same 3 records.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him
over and
stop.
over
And
again.
about 10 o'clock in the morning, even I got bored with it. Well, one of Francesco's photographs, most famous photographs of that last night, you might be, I don't know if you're familiar with this, that's you 3, back in the day. So I think we should recreate this now. I think we should recreate this now for posterity on television. So, okay, you got that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got that.
Let me tell
Perfect.
you, long after tonight is all over,
Now, I bet a few of you can remember that place. I feel like I've missed out. Well, that's it for this week. But Inside Out will be back next Monday at 7:30 on BBC One. I hope you can join us. Goodbye.